Recently, with the whole Freedom Week debacle with the can buy mags, can't buy mags, some companies are saying you can, some people are saying you can't. I've seen a common phrase that I think people need to really understand the true ramifications of. It's the phrase that goes, they can't catch us all. And I want to talk about that today. And there's a whole lot of nuance to that, which I think some people are going to miss. Some people want to be totally on one side, totally on the other. And I want to kind of bring some conversation around that topic and kind of bring it to the center. Let people understand both sides of the opinion. And we're going to get into that. But first, a message from our sponsor. Okay, so those of you for a long time have known that I've been supported by TacPack. They sponsored the channel, they're sponsoring this episode, and said you can do whatever you want. Or they didn't say that, but I'm going to do whatever I want. They're cool. What TacPack is, you pay some money, they send you some cool shit. If you're the kind of person with a disposable income that likes general tactical or prepping gear, they're definitely the company for you. One of the things that they sent me recently was this little bolt scraper for an AR-15 bolt carrier group. I think it's really cool. I am the kind of person that goes with the typical phosphated bolt carrier group, a BCM mil spec, and while that is mil spec and it is trusted and has a good track record, it's harder to clean than some of the nitride options on the market now, so this is definitely handy for me. TacPack, thank you for sponsoring this video. Let's talk about it. So, the idea of they can't catch us all when it comes to non-compliance. I've made videos many times in the past talking about non-compliance. I've made videos many times in the past talking about things you might be able to do and not get caught, or what some of the bigger implications of certain things are. I need you to understand that none of what I'm saying here on this video, none of what I'm saying on this channel is legal advice. The concept of they can't catch us all sounds really good. I think many people really understand the fact that they won't be able to get everybody when you say that. I think some people are missing the point that certain people will get caught, certain people are more likely to get caught. And so what does it have to do with Freedom Week? Well, those of you that are aware, I was made very early aware by one of the lawyers that I've been talking to that's very involved with all this stuff about Freedom Week. This time around, we weren't going to actually be able to buy magazines. I was made aware of that very early on. I tried to share that information as best as I could. People kept saying, hey, Brownells is shipping mags. Primary Arms is shipping mags. PSA is shipping mags. All these random companies. And then you even had some companies that are, small, no-name Instagram accounts that would say, I've always been shipping mags. Screw the law. They're not going to come for me. Okay, yeah, Mr. Anonymous Instagram account with 1,000 followers. I'm going to believe everything you say. But then the conversation gets brought up of, why are these big name companies within the state of California, like Sportsman's Arms in Petaluma, Sacramento Black Rifle, why are they not selling mags to their customers that walk in? Well, that's because, one, it's against the law, and two, they're waiting to know that it is legal to do so. It's not that they don't want to. It's not that they don't support the Second Amendment. Many people were going after them, and do not go after my favorite gun shops. My favorite gun shops, if someone said, hey, list off 3 or 4 of your favorite gun shops, I'd say Sportsman's Arms in Petaluma, Ammunition Supply Point in Vacaville, Second Amendment Zone in Rancho Cucamonga, or Sacramento Black Rifle, obviously in Sacramento. Those are 4 of my favorites. Now, there's many other great ones in there, but if you badmouth them, I'm going to stand up for them. I think they're great people. If you try to say that a company like them that is high profile, that is well known, has a good social media influence, does not care about the Second Amendment because they're not illegally selling mags, you got to be out of your mind, brother. Come on. They are under so much more scrutiny than some random dude in bumfuck Idaho that's going to say, yeah, I'll send mags your way, just DM me and I'll PayPal me $30, I'll send you a PMag. Like, yeah, obviously there are people that break the law. People have been illegally acquiring mags in the state of California, and I say that illegally. Yes, I understand the Second Amendment says shall not be infringed. Yes, I understand that these laws are truly immoral, and there's a certain court case that says anything that's repugnant to the Constitution is invalid. Yes, I get that. I understand your point of view, but at the end of the day, the California Department of Justice will bend you over the table and shove their fist up your butt if you try to break the laws in the way that you're recommending these companies break the law. They have to continue to provide a service to allow people to have a legal access to firearms. Their role in this is not for you to go out of your way to break the law. I'm not even saying follow the law. I'm not even saying break the law. I'm saying that you need to understand certain people's roles are different in this world. If you are asking a company to break the law for you, when you could easily just break the law yourself, you're asking a lot of them, because it's not about just Joe Schmo driving over to Nevada, buying a couple PMags, driving it over the border. It's not about that. People have been doing that since the dawn of time. If you're asking a company that is high profile to break the law for you, why? Why are you asking them to do something that you could do yourself? And I'm not recommending that you do that. I'm just saying that people have been doing that. It's really this concept of, yeah, they might not be able to get us all, but certain people can get caught. Certain people will get caught. This isn't something that's just so easy as, why aren't these companies selling us these mags? Because they should be able to do so anyway. Because at the end of the day, they have a family that they need to provide for. They're not going to risk it all for you. If you want to do this illegal or sketchy thing, don't force someone to come into that and do it for you. Don't get mad when a company doesn't want to do something that's not legal. Again, I'm reiterating, I understand that the Second Amendment says shall not be infringed. I recognize that there are court cases that say any law that is repugnant to the Constitution. I get that. I get it all. Thank you to TacPack for sponsoring this video. They sent me this dope tomahawk. Now, this is a tomahawk household. So normally, if you have a stump, you might buy some special tools, but no, that's not what we're gonna do. Okay, well, so we kind of learned that maybe tomahawk's not the right choice for stump removal, but gee golly, am I thirsty. Ugh. These gloves are so thick and sturdy and protecting me, I couldn't quite open the top. So I just had to use my good old suction power. Thank you, TacPack. Freedom Week, the inability for us to currently legally buy magazines is, in my mind, irrelevant, because if you want to illegally acquire magazines, it's very hard for the state to prove that you didn't do it during the first Freedom Week, assuming they don't catch you in the act of buying, selling, importing, manufacturing, or keeping for sale those high-capacity magazines. If there's no date stamp on it, it makes it very hard to prove that PMag or that magazine was not manufactured during a time that you could not have acquired it during then. If you want to know more information about that, I have a video that if you just look up normal magazines, Reno May, or big magazines, Reno May, that video will pop right up for you. Freedom Week, the first time around, basically made the law irrelevant as it currently stands. Unfortunately, we cannot legally buy, sell, import, manufacture, or keep for sale large capacity or high capacity magazines in the state of California. But does that even matter? I don't know. And should you be mad at the company that doesn't want to lose their livelihood and not be able to provide for their family because you didn't just take it into your own hands? I don't think that's the right way to think about it. But I'm interested in having that conversation with you guys. If that's something you're interested in, drop a comment down below. You guys know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace. Oh, I also want to say thank you to everyone on Subscribestar. I recently switched away from Patreon because they've done some stuff in the past as far as restricting certain 2A voices. They've done some stuff in the past as restricting certain alternative opinions. Whether I agree with those opinions doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. But I see Subscribestar as a perfect alternative. At the end of this month, I'm no longer going to be having a Patreon, so if you want to continue to supporting the channel that way, make sure you do switch over from Patreon to Subscribestar. The link will be down below. Thank you, everyone.